Assalamu alaikum, hello and namaste. Welcome to another inspiring episode, number 127 of the Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here, and I'm a voice coach, podcasting coach, and also I'm writing a book on relationships which will be published very soon. Today on the hot seat, we have a fabulous personality. He is a motivational speaker, corporate trainer, wellness health coach, and a life coach. So, listeners, please welcome our guest, Rahul Sengupta. Hello, Rahul sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah, hello Farhan. Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on my podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to come into your podcast. Have been waiting for this day, Farhan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So, before we talk about your journey as a trainer, motivational speaker, and all the other things you do, I would like you to tell our listeners about yourself.
Okay, Farhan. Thank you so much, first of all, to give me this opportunity to come into your channel, your podcast channel of Limelight. I'm so happy that I'm here with you. And before I go with myself, I would want to say one thing to my listeners out here is everybody has their own speciality and own diversification of knowledge. But when I quote myself out here, I feel that I have a long way to go. I feel not even half of my journey is completed when delivery comes to me. If I go back 23 years exactly from where I started my career after my graduation in science, I started with a healthcare profession. Then I came into pharmaceuticals, spent it for about 15 years out there, grew from an executive level to the level of zonal head, leading pharmaceutical companies. And then I joined into automobile industry. I was heading Maruti Suzuki as a deputy general manager, and I had a very large team and diversification also. Continuing with my journey with that, after the automobile industry, I thought, yes, I could gather a lot of experience now. I can now, come forward and make other people ready for the profession. So I came into the training profession for it's almost 9 years, you can say, I'm here into this training profession. Initially, I was training with the corporate organizations. Uh, to name a few like DHL, Adani Wilmar Group, Reliance Industries, Procter and Gamble. And then slowly, while getting exposed to the people, when I found that yes, this is something which was actually my cup of tea and I could have come much earlier back to that, then I started my public speaking. When I started my public speaking, I went up into the ladder as a motivational speaker. And then I got the invitations from different institutions and colleges, later on with the corporates to come up and speak in for different topics they are looking for, starting from motivating employees to leadership to team management to building relationship and so many and so on. Then we entered into this pandemic journey. As I am, the whole world is into last 1.5 years we are stuck up. Things have not stopped. Believe me, Fareen, things are still continuing, and we are into this online platform. We in the plethora of this online platform, we are using all the best of the technology. Incredible things are going on. We haven't thought that we will land up into such a place that we will be speaking to the students in this way or the corporates to train in this way, but it is happening on a realistic way and it is good. So I'm still on it. I'm still working on that. I think I have a lot way to go.
Wow, sir, this is very interesting that you are an expert in so many fields, and now you have choose training to train the people as well as to motivate them. You have become a motivational speaker. So the question is, what inspired you to become a trainer and a motivational speaker?
Yes, you are correct. I will agree to your point. When it comes to trainer, it's a different profession altogether. You need to know a lot of things while you want to train people. There are specializations, there are domains, there are diversifications, there are industries. So it starts from communication to leadership to team management to so many topics and number of topics which are coming day by day. Now we have artificial intelligence, we have digital marketing. So things are getting added up day on day. So if you ask me about training, yes, I had learned so many things from so many industries, managed people, and then I thought that yes, I can deliver it to a set of people who really require trainings. If I go back to my journey around 15, 20 years back, where we hardly had trainings, we were recruited on an interview process and then we were asked to just work on. There was nobody who would come up and train as we are doing it professionally right now. We are available, like me, there are so many people available who can really come up and speak and train people and make them ready for the profession where they want to get in. But in our times, it was not there. So things have changed. Now, if you ask me about training, yes, training is a challenging job. You have to know the subject first. You have to understand the audience. You have to know in which language you should speak. You should know how you should deliver the whole team who is in front of you so that they can understand there are challenges in online training. There are different challenges in online and offline training. You have to overcome all those. While training the employees and the students as well, I am from campus to corporate. You can sorry, from corporate to campus, and you can say that when it comes to motivating people, I saw a lot of people who are stressed, who are frustrated. People don't get a guidance. They really don't want to follow somebody, or they don't have a real mentor at the back end of them. So that mentorship, that pushed me somewhere, that yes, I can come up as a mentor. I can start speaking to people, understand their problems, and then I used to make some study materials on them, some small games on them. And when I used to take sessions, I used to make it on a fun. So that's how the journey of training and motivation is still going on, you can say.
Yes, sir. And as you said, in any field, we must have trainers or coach or mentors to really train us. Because when I started my journey as a coach in voice and podcasting, I didn't have much of an experience. Now, the trainers and coach, they have a lot of experience. And last year, I joined this Train the Trainer program at ABCD International. And in that batch, I met you and a lot of other good trainers. And also, with the help of Akash sir, I was able to have a network of people who were into training, and I got to learn a lot from them. So it's very important to have a mentor in your life who can really guide us.
Yeah, absolutely, Farin. See, we can get all the learnings from YouTube channel. There's nothing which is not in Google.
Right.
We can Google everything. We can learn everything. But there's a difference between Googling and getting a practical training, or a training being conducted by an experienced person who really knows how the things can be done. So when it comes to the point of trainer or a mentor or a coach, the person has dealt with that times. The person had dealt with that experience. The person has handle those situations and can demonstrate you much more practically and easily, which you might not get in a Google or a YouTube. Obviously those are parts of it. Everyone is taking help of them, but as you said that you have started your journey and now you are very much smart on that. You can easily do these things at your own hand. You have learned by yourself. That's the difference, when you learn yourself and you look into it from references.
The real experience comes with the people who have really experienced it, because the practicality of solving a problem, okay, you can check on Google or YouTube, but if there is somebody who has actually in person faced that problem and they are giving the advice suggestion, there is nothing more incredible in that.
Right.
So now you're also a wellness coach and a life coach. So can you just tell what exactly the wellness coach does?
Good question from your end. I have been into pharmaceutical industry. As I said that I started my career with pharmaceutical and healthcare industry, and then I went into nutraceuticals. Having a combination of pharma, healthcare, and nutraceutical gave me immense knowledge on how the drugs can be used into what type of diseases, what are the mode of actions, how you can stay healthy, what are the fitness products you should be using, what are the health habits you should have, how you can stay well even if you're stressed or you are mentally not well, how a person can carry himself or herself forward even at an old age or even when the person is under addictions. I've handled a lot of people who had been drug addicts at a point of time. They came to me, they reached me somehow, they got my contacts, they reached me, and I guided them, and they're today out, they're normal. They were into the homes where they have been kept for giving medicines and injections, and they have been tortured mentally and physically. Those few people had got who wanted to do suicide also, and those people also came to me, so I could manage them mentally well, that if they want to do something in their life, they should not waste their life. Life is very precious. If you see a dead man and yourself, then only you will understand what is the difference between you and that person. A dead man is a man, I am also a man. The difference is that person cannot do anything, he is
Yeah.
dead, and you have everything to do for an unlimited time unless and until God calls you up. So otherwise you have a lot of things to do. And what is the knowledge for? If you cannot deliver, if you cannot distribute, if you cannot give it to others, then what is the knowledge for? You are not a Google, you are not a discard, you are not a hard disk to keep it inside your brain. Let us use it, let us spread it, let the people know that. So on the point of wellness, healthness, even if when my mother goes to the hospital for a checkup, she comes back with a doctor's prescription. The first thing which I do before buying a medicine is I look into the medicine. I try to study them. What are these used for? What are the mode of action? What are the side effects? What are the other products available with it? Is it good? Is it going to contradict with other products? And if I feel the medicine is safe, I don't call myself a better person than a doctor, but yes, I should have a knowledge what my mom is going to take. And if it is not in case of a mom, it is in case of my wife, my children, my spouse, anybody who comes to me for a guidance, I'm there to help them that. So it is not about doing exercise, eating healthy foods and staying healthy. It is a lot of things, coming from a wellness or a happiness coach. If you want to be happy, you have to stay healthy. If you have to stay healthy, you have to be hygienic and eat the correct amount of food. It is about the calories also what you are taking. It is about the calories what you are wasting. It is about the calorie what you are consuming. So there has to be a balance somewhere. So that is how I keep myself motivated. I keep on googling, I keep on YouTubing, I keep on researching on this, trying to study on a lot of it, so that I become confident about how to deliver about this. Because when you say something to a person, you must have a little knowledge about it. You cannot just give vague statements on anything if you really don't know anything. Now if you ask me about podcasting, I don't have a knowledge as much you have, but I cannot even speak, say 15% of what you know, but you can say 80, 90, or even 100% of a podcast. You are an expert on that. So to be an expert on that, what you are doing is the right thing. Maybe what I am doing is the right thing.
I agree with you because, as you said, you have to research, learn, and also provide the knowledge to others and not just keep that with you because sharing is caring, right?
Absolute.
Now, after all these serious questions, I have a fun segment for you. It is called the rapid fire round, where I will be asking you three random questions and you can answer them in one word or a sentence. Okay.
Okay.
So, my first question is, which is that one place in India? Like, I know you might have many places in mind, but one place in India which you want to visit?
Well, Srinagar.
Srinagar. Very nice. Okay, my second question is, if you had to play a character in a movie, which would that character be and which movie?
Well, I would choose a villain character. A negative role is which I believe I can do that.
Mhm.
And Film, I don't know how it will be casted, but of course, my role should be very important out there, and I should have a lot of dialogues and a lot of fighting and a lot of things which I can showcase myself.
That is nice. So, any movie that you can relate where you wanted to play that character of a villain?
Uh, yes, Sangharsh.
Okay, my last question is, we all are scared of something or the other. Now, which is that one animal that you are scared of?
Snake.
Oh my God. Even mine, I'm just scared to even see the picture of the snake. So, yes, I do understand.
Okay, okay. I really don't know how to handle that reptile. I have been handling so many in the roads or streets or somewhere I've visited, but I really don't know how to handle that. Actually, in fraction of seconds, it can actually finish you. That's the danger.
Oh, yes, that is true. That was the end of the rapid fire round, and your answers were quite interesting. I didn't expect few of the answers like being a villain, but that's cool. So we are heading towards the last segment of our podcast where I would like your advice for our listeners.
For my listeners out here, I would like to say, keep on learning, keep on learning, keep on learning. There is actually no end to that. If you keep on learning and if you keep on distributing that, if you're in touch with what is happening, if you keep yourself updated, upskilled with the industry, the world, the technology, nobody can stop you going forward. Keep yourself focused where you want to go. Make small milestones where you want to reach and when. If you can break your milestones, if you can break your targets and aims in your life, and it has to be both professional and personal, both, it has to run parallelly. Where you want to go professionally, where you want to go personally, what you want to achieve professionally, what you want to achieve personally, and there has to be separate milestones on that. And on reality ground, keep on practicing yourself, developing yourself, making yourself ready to that. There will be a lot of people beside you who might come and discourage you. There will be a lot of people who might come and encourage you also. Don't try to balance in them. Find out people who are positive. Stay with the people who speak positive, who have positive thoughts in their mind, who are successful people in their life. Read about their stories, look into their videos, try and take out quotes from them, try to implement one or two on them. Write down quotes on yourself, post it to the groups where you are. That's how you will feel how people are responding to you. Even when I say a personal milestone, that means if you want to set up a house, you want to buy a car, you want to go for an international trip, you should have a milestone. It cannot be that I will go for an international trip. You don't know when. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It's a vague statement. You are not planning anything for yourself. Similarly, when you look at a professional way also, if you want to achieve yourself as the level of a general manager or a vice president, or you want to be a successful YouTuber or a motivational speaker, you should have certain milestones on that. You should work on that. So if you have milestones, if you keep on learning, upgrading, upscaling yourself, distributing your knowledges, staying back with the successful people, and be confident always. Don't put yourself down. You are one of the best. You can deliver yourself. That's the confidence you have to carry on, and you will definitely carry the success. I believe in one thing, that if you target for a particular thing, you will reach at least 80%, 90% to that. If you do not target anything, you reach nowhere. So that's my quote.
That was an awesome advice, and it was all packed together from setting your goals and being with the right people and also checking on people who are successful. These all things together can motivate us a lot. And I thank you so much, sir, for taking time from your busy schedule and doing this podcast with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Farin. It was lovely to be with Limelight, and it was a privilege to be a part of that. Hope to see you again, and please take care of yourself. And to all my listeners out here, please take care of yourself. Don't get back-ended. Don't get feared on anything. If you're failing, Remember, there is something good waiting for you. It doesn't mean that you are failing means you'll never succeed. If you're failing means you are learning. When we fail, we learn. That's it. There is something good waiting for you. Thank you so much for this lovely opportunity.
You're welcome, sir. Okay, listeners, if you have liked this podcast, please click on the like button of the Limelight page to subscribe the Limelight channel on YouTube. And this podcast is also available on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other podcasting platforms. Thank you for listening. Stay blessed, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.